If you haven't already, please watch the video on how to create a CSV file for importing into Attendance2 so you have the CSV file in the correct format. Also, if you've not already, press the option to link with Dropbox. This will create the subfolder Dropbox/apps/attendance2. Do not manually create this file on your computer beforehand. If you did, move the files out of that folder and delete the folder before choosing the option to link with Dropbox, which will recreate it. Save your CSV file in that folder. Create your course or choose the course if you've already created it. Choose Import/Update from Dropbox. Select your CSV file. Press either the first line or second line button to view that line of the CSV file and match up your names. If you have a header line on the first line, it is probably easiest to choose the first line. After you do that, you will see that it shows the names of the fields your file contains and which Attendance2 field they will import into. If your CSV file used the names that Attendance2 recognizes, they will match up automatically. You can then press Import. You are given the option of whether or not to import the first line as a person. In this case, the first line is a header line, so we will choose Skip Headers on First Line. Since our file had the path to photos saved in Dropbox, we will choose Import Photos. If it did not have photos, we would press Save. Now if we choose View/Manual Sort Names, we can view each person we imported. If we are importing photos, it will take a little bit of time to import each photo, so you may not see all the photos initially. But if you leave Attendance2 open, it will continue importing the photos. If our file did not have a header line, or the header line names did not match Attendance2's default names, we need to match up the fields manually. Press the first line button, select each row, and indicate which Attendance2 field that should be imported into. Now press Import. If the first line of your file contains the data for a person, choose Import First Line. If the first line contained a header line, choose Skip Headers on First Line. Press Save and the data has been imported. Later you can add additional names to a file or add additional columns to your CSV file and re-import it. For people that are already in Attendance2, it will update their information. This works best if each person has an identifier field and you cannot change the identifier field each time you re-import the file. If you did not set an identifier field, it will attempt to match up names using the first and last name field, so you cannot change the person's name if you want to re-import a file that does not have identifiers. We'll select a file and follow the same steps. In this example, I added a new person and changed the email address for one of the people. We can see that it imported one name and updated two names. Now you can see we have 3 people in the file and that one email address was changed. Once you have names in Attendance2, you can save the data back out to your computer so you have a record of it, or so you can edit the file and re-import it. Go to the main menu for a course, scroll down and select Person Information Report, and then either email it to yourself or save it to Dropbox, which will save it in the Dropbox/app/attendance2 folder. We can open this file on our computer and see the full list of fields you can specify for each person. You could then update this CSV file and re-import it as long as you didn't change the identifier field for each person.